gon' shine, make your body wine, baby, the pleasure is all mine. To my people who be regulating the dance floor, better step to your business and handle yours, how we do it. Making your people just wanna about to get busy because you know that we always hit you off. What you say? You're wondering why you feeling the force. And don't you worry cause you'll be ready to floss. More heat cause I always put you on. And blow the spot to the very second I'm gone. Get your groove on. Now that you're tired, I hope your body recouping because we're keeping you moving. That's what we're doing and you know we're gonna make your body wet. Yeah. Make your body just scream out, yeah. Make you think of naughty things. On me, on you. Yeah, what it's gonna be. Make your body wet. Come on. Make your body scream, yeah. Make your body cream. Make you have wet dreams. What? People seeing you waving your hand high. Hot burning and making you fry, baby, come on. Give me the shiver that make you quiver while I deliver the shit that hit you right in your liver. Always sound scanning, we never leaving you hanging. I'm always doing my thing and my music always be banging, so check it. You know we be always moving the crowd. Type of feeling that make you wanna go play it loud. What up? When we come and hit you best believe you really gon' get you. No matter whatever you wanna flaunt. Cause we be ripping the baby, so what you want? Here we go. Painting the picture, we keep it hot in the winter. Now big up my people, you know I'm always with you. Flip mode, we blowing and taking over the planet. Full blast, hitting with Busta Rhymes and Janet and you know it. Shimmy, Cocoa Pop.
Yeah, shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Pop.
Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Pop.
Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Pop.
We chocolate crossover.
Yeah, we chocolate crossover.
See me, Cocoa, might go
I'm Cocoa and I might go pop. Now it's about time that I clear this. So pardon me, miss, but I'd like for you to hear this.
If you kiss me, then I'll kiss you back.
You see, I feel real good inside, and it's just from your nearness. There's no need for you to fear this.
Kiss me,
I'll kiss you back.
Well, you look kinda cute to me. I think we can achieve this. Plus you act like you need this. Kiss me and I'll kiss you back. You act real fly. Money D's not buying it. Quit denying it, you're better off trying it. Freak me, girl, and I'll freak you back.
Through any kind of weather, will me and you forever stay together? Well, I just don't know, but I tell you what though, if you kiss me, then I'll kiss you back.
Kiss you back.
And I guess you wanna know if I'm gonna be around. I ain't sure, but I tell you what I do know. If you kiss me, then I'll kiss you back.
Kiss you back.
Alright, let's do this.
if you kiss me, then I'll kiss you back.
Yeah, kiss me and I'll kiss you back.
If you kiss me, then I'll kiss you back.
You with it? Cause if you with it, I'm with it. Yo.
If you kiss me, then I'll kiss you back.
Yeah.
Just kiss me, then I'll kiss you back.
I'll kiss you back.
What you gonna do when it starts sinking? Get engaged to the pipe and start drinking. I don't know, but I'll never be someone's friend. Just because a fool's making dead presidents. Rodney O and Joe Cooley don't play that. And you know we never come off whack. I'm only down with my homies from the get-go. I ain't down with OPP in a sideshow. If you don't like it, then I'm throwing up my finger. Rodney O's keeping one in the chamber. Who you fooling? Damn sure not Rodney O. Back to the hook, fool, but you don't hear me though.
Joe, why don't you sit back? Yo, Bob with the table, so what up, fellas? Yeah, I got the funky jam coming from your blind side. Oh yeah, here I am. I'm not down with that R&B, it makes me sick. Singing and rhyming, trying to add a rap on that a bit. You know what I'm talking about? That stuff's not real rap. They tried to add a hip-hop flavor and it's still whack. Rodney, yo, Joe Cooley got the gangster track. Coming on strong, we're not giving no slack. Kicking street lyrics, cause I know it wouldn't stick. I got the hoochie mamas, yeah, they jumping on it. Sit back, rap lovers and smile. The thing is about to be your entertainment for a while. You like it, it's a straight up rap show. And to your R&B fans, you don't hear me though.
I see me, I your body calling. I'ma blow your back, I'll show you the Mac. Hands up, shake it fast on me. I'm the pimp you need. 10 G's in the pocket and I'm ready to roll. On fire like a rocket and I'm ready to blow.
Stop, get ready, drive, turn around and make it pop.
Stop,
Just drive. I like that, I like that. Girl, twerk that back. I like that, I like that. Freak that back. I like that, I like that. That's where the money at. I like that, I like that. Girl, freak that back.
Niggas wildin' now, got me back against the wall. Girl, I like it. Why you feel me grinding in between your blind temptation? Coming over me. I can feel a vibration. Getting off on me. Come on, baby.
Stop, get ready, drive, turn around and make it pop. Just drive. I like that, I like that. Girl, twerk that back. I like that, I like that. Freak that back. I like that, I like that. That's where the money at.
Mama Jerry girls greasy. All the girls that just love me. Mama Jerry girls greasy. All the girls that just love me. Mama Jerry girls greasy. I'm fresh out the game, 'cause my curl is tight, but some brothers be tripping. I'm ready to fight because my hair is long. Don't have to use a comb to make my hair hit. I throw some activator on, and when I spray my curl, the grease might get on me. I got a gang tripping, but the Fendi girls don't want me. There's a slight chance if your top ain't fat, a girl might tell you to step the hell back. I brought up on the strict and asked, could I be her man? She said you need a gang 'cause the girls up in some vans. I said no tripping, to stick to the dickies. Fish out the hinge, you get the neck full of hickeys. I had to pop gang 'cause the girl was so pretty, but the trick tried to diss and say my hair was drippy. So leave my girl alone. You can cut your hair, do anything you choose, but just leave my girl alone. You can cut your hair, do anything you choose. Y'all brothers can't cap on my hair, G. And 83, all y'all fools had a fly, oh Jerry. And rushing out worlds of curls. Most brother hair was longer than the girls, and you know that include me, of course. Back in the day, fools looking like full force, sporting them Billy the Buck jeans and them big fat pro wings. Everything in my neighborhood used to be kicking, even mom's chicken. I used to cry when my mom's called my hair, but that stopped when I got took to the curl shop. Girls, don't try to please me, 'cause first you said it was greasy. So just leave my girl alone.
Time to put the kids to bed. It's time for 180. Time to put the kids to bed. It's time for 180.
It's official. We want to welcome everybody to the full 180
Time to put the kids to bed.
Talk about topics that most people
It's
don't want to
time
talk
for the
about.
full 180.
I want to welcome everybody tonight and thank everybody for tuning in. We will
that you can eat instead of these.
get ready to introduce everybody. To my left is Dr. Bree.
Dr. B in the house.
Next to her is our, what we call our angelic one, Miss Casey Estelle.
I am an angel.
So they say. And then we have Pastor Pretty Reggie. Did I say that right?
Pastor. Ricky.
And then there's me, L Boogie. I still don't know where I got that name from, but we gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna turn it over to Pretty Ricky.
Well, today's topic, we were looking at is unfulfilled relationships, where you look at it as in a verbally unfulfilled or mentally unfulfilled. But right now, we're going to go off to our church announcements. Yeah. We have our first lady of the house. Give it up. Yeah. Give it up. Give it up. Yeah. Let's get it. Talk about it. Give it to her. Bring it to her.
Charles.
Church finger, please.
Hello, everyone, saints, ain'ts, and others. We have the full 180 announcements. Thank you, Miss Lisa, for that great introduction, and Pastor Reggie. So, as I stated on Monday regarding sponsorship and promo, we have a weekly package of $50, which gives you a 60-second ad played 4 times a day, 20-minute spotlight on your business and organization, and a guest appearance on 2 shows. And we also have a monthly package for $150, 60 seconds ad played 4 times a day, 2 20-minute spotlight of your business or organization, and a guest appearance on 2 shows. Also, we have for private investors an email that you can email us on at the 4180 convo@gmail.com. Again, for private investors, the email is at the 4180 convo@gmail.com to discuss details. There's also a few more promos that I have to announce today. So on February the 13th, I said September. What is September, y'all?
I don't
Get
know.
the church lady together. Get the church lady together. On February 13th. On the Saturday at 7 p.m., we have Lovers and Friends, where our very own DJ Tricky will be the DJ for that day. And then we have the saxophonist Christopher Mitchell for singles and couples. There's an admission and a pre-sale for $10, and at the door it will be $15. Again, that is February 13th at 7 p.m. And the address is 1315 South Lamar Street in Dallas, Texas. And then we have our very own live show on February the 14th. The full 180 will be live, so we're excited for that. There is a dinner and a single release party for the group Ions featuring Kenya C. And her single, I Can't Wait, so I'm looking forward to hear it. It's $140 per couple and $75 for a single person. Okay, and then we have a DFW Small Business Vendor Expo. That is on the 30th of January from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Music City Mall in Louisville. Now we have our very own Dr. Bree. Everybody give it up for Dr. Bree. She has her Bougie Britches pop-up shop, and that is actually this Saturday, the 16th, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So everybody make sure you please show your face in a place, especially us with the 180 cast. The address for that is 125 Burrell Drive, Dallas, Texas, 75232. And again, that is called the Bougie Britches Pop-Up Shop between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. So again, let's make sure we show our face in the place. And then we have, last but not least, Miss Lisa and Elite Treats. Chef Lisa E. at Elite Treats. Treats spelled TREETZ. So if you want something good, if you want something sweet, you want a salad, a cake, some chicken. I heard her fried chicken is bomb. Go on and email her, hit her up, and let her know that you need something from her. And that will conclude our full 180 church announcement. So please, America, govern yourselves accordingly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we appreciate you, First Lady, for giving those wonderful blessings and honor church announcements. Let's get into it, y'all. So, last week, we was talking about, you get in relationships, you gotta, are you fulfilled on sexually, or you getting it, or you're not getting it, or how you getting it, where you getting it, all that kind of, So now, we want to look at, unfulfilled relationships on a verbally standpoint or mentally standpoint. So, let's talk about it. How do y'all feel about that?
I think you can be unfulfilled verbally and mentally. I think, and I was sharing this with someone the other day, that I think insecurities, upbringing can bring about verbal and mental unfulfillment, especially towards your significant other in a relationship.
Okay.
And I support that your stance on it, because, like I said last time, if I could talk about, something good with somebody, like we talk about books. I'm a brainiac, so I love books. If we could sit up here and talk about books, I'm already turned on. But then you have the physical aspect, and it's just like, if that's all you got, we missing something. We need something else.
Yeah, because most relationships, sometimes I think we get caught up in the physical part. So I think you said something Monday about being able to get into a person's mind. And once you get into their mind, I think that's where the verbal comes in. If you can have those stimulating conversations that intrigue that person, physically everything else should work. And I think that's really important. You have to have communication in a relationship. You should be able to talk about work. I know when I do something, the first thing I want to do is run home and tell the person that I'm with. And when that's missing, it sort of kills your drive in your career, and it kills your drive in your relationship. So it's really important.
Yeah, mental stimulation is really, really key, which leads off into the physical standpoint. I've always said, when you're looking into relationships, before you even get into a marriage, while you at the start of your relationship, you want to be pretty much somewhat best friend. That really need to be your best friend. That need to be your partner. That need to be your homeboy, your ace. They need to be everyone or everything that person offers, that you don't really have to go to everyone else to talk to about your problems. You don't have to go somewhere else to, well, I'm going through this at work. You should be able to, like you say, talk to your man. I should be able to talk to my woman about just whatever it is. With all my emotions, all my expressions, everything needs to be poured out to them, and it should be reciprocated back to me. I shouldn't allow them to feel like they can't talk to me just like I can't talk to them.
I have a question for y'all. Could you be with somebody that you're not physically attracted to, but they have very much, like their conversation is great, they're very intellectual, can you be attracted to someone on...
Then we just friends. We ain't having sex, but see, there we go again with my sex face. You just described a homeboy and homegirl. I mean, we ain't even...
But can you be eventually be attracted to somebody, like, I mean, if you just see them across the room, you say, "Ooh, they not that cute" or whatever. But then when they come and talk to you, and their swag is cool, and their conversation is good.
See, because I'm not big on looks, so I've dated a person that wasn't pleasing to the eye.
I'm not with Lisa today.
He wasn't pleasing to most, but his conversation was good and his company was awesome, and the sex was good.
Does it make him more attractive?
What, that he wasn't cute?
No, I mean, like, if you talk to somebody, does it make them more attractive to you?
Yeah. Because, again, he's stimulating more than just my eyes. I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So,
Well, back in the day, they say conversation rules the nation.
Yes.
So I mean, that's the key to anything. Conversation. If you ain't got no conversation, you don't
have nothing.
You don't have nothing.
And I'm for a conversation, but I have to be attracted. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, absolutely.
Like, I have to be able to roll over and be like, what's up, daddy?
And
I have to.
I question, because when you with somebody and you're neglected, verbally and all that other stuff, they start to look ugly to you.
True.
Like,
it definitely has to be more than just, but I just know for me, I have to be able to look at you and talk at the same time so we can converse, and I can be looking at you like, hey.
I mean, look.
What if that ugly duckling come out to be a prince? A nice prince?
And he
And but for me, again, like Lisa said, beauty is an eye of the beholder. What may look good to me may not look good to somebody else, but I still need to be able to roll over and look at you and rub on you and touch you while we converse. Have that pillow talk. I'm sorry, me, I can't roll over you and do
But doesn't it change over time though? Like
it could.
I mean, I don't want that color purple spirit to come out of me and be like, you surely
That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying you gotta be drop dead fine. I'm not saying that, because what's fine to me is what's fine to me. But what I'm saying is, I want to be able to converse, talk, and all of that. Pillow talk, we be able to joke with each other and all that. I'm fine with all of that. However, I still have to be able to roll over to you and feel some type of attraction.
But again, I think even if you look at somebody across the crowded room and it's still some form of attraction. You see something in that person to want to sit down and have a conversation and converse with them. You know, my friends did say after we broke up, Lisa, what was you thinking?
I heard that before.
Right. But it's one of those things that he did fulfill me intellectually, and he stimulated my mind, and he was there for me, you know, and we ended up not clicking in so many ways because our career path was different. But I mean, he just wasn't the most attractive person in the world, but he was cool.
Yeah, now, look, here's the thing. On the flip side of that, now you can be fine dime but have an ugly attitude.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
No conversation.
Yeah, you have no conversation. Like, you have nothing to talk about. You got a stank attitude. You
think the world
toxic as a heck. You know, is you always playing like you the victim. I'm sorry, I'm rolling down the road. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me.
That was personal.
Yeah,
I know.
That was personal. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just saying, you know, you don't want to be with somebody at the same time too that's a looker, and you know, and they got all this other stuff going on.
Okay,
Too much talking in the background and all that stuff and everything. You can't do this, you can't do that. You complain all day, every day. You nag all day. You might want to hear all that.
Okay, so let me clear it up, y'all. I need mental stimulation first.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm like Lisa. I haven't been with some guys that look questionable since birth. I'm just saying.
Looking like Terry Russell.
However,
look at a hot mess.
However, I'm saying is, there was a part of them beyond what they look like that was attractive. So I'm with you, but I was still able to roll over and go, hey, well, how you doing? But there has to be, okay, I'll put it this way. There has to be a form of attraction for me to be able to move forward.
Because I always tell myself, I ain't attracted to some people either.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
with that being said, I mean, who you're attracted to is who you're attracted to. So many people choose a relationship based off of looks. I've had so many homegirls say, oh my God, he's not good. He's, you know, big guy. And I tell them, don't sleep on them big guys.
Don't you do it.
Baby, don't fall asleep
Don't
too deep.
you do it.
Because one of them got me too.
Oh, yes.
Don't sleep on the big guys.
Oh, yes.
So, you know, I always argue the point. You have to look past that. You gotta look past the limpness. You gotta look past the big and the bald head. Sometimes that's your prince. You know, that's your prince. I mean, just think about sometimes you scrolling through Facebook and people getting married and you got this goddess and then you got this big thing, or you got this ugly woman, you got this beautiful guy. What I mean, opposites attract.
Yeah, because I went from big booty Keisha to big body Bree.
That part.
But I still, that mind though,
Indeed.
you can't get away from it. So.
So I have a question. So what do you do when you meet someone and they're not spiritually grounded as they say they are? Is that a mental thing for most people that you're not being fulfilled with, that you can't sit down and have a conversation about God with?
I guess it depends on if they're open, because for me, I still have a lot of things to learn. I feel like I'm not at the spiritual level that I desire to be. And so when I meet somebody, or I'm, you know, trying to be in a relationship with somebody who is on a higher level, I go to them and ask questions, have conversations about that, because I desire to get better at it. But I don't think that, you know, people can kind of judge that and say, oh, you're not spiritual enough, or you're not godly enough, or whatever.
But I think some people do. Especially if you're in your spiritual walk. and you're trying to figure out get that intimate relationship with God, how do you sit down with somebody who is not on the same path? Because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of personal time, I feel like, and a lot of thought process to get into a relationship with God.
So when you say the same path, do you mean they're in one religion, you're in a different religion, or they're not?
No, just meaning that they're just not in a path of religion at all. You know, is that like a breaking factor for most people?
Because I've been in a situation like that, and I don't know where it is in the Bible, but because I'm still, kind of learning, but it was kind of like something about sometimes they'll watch the woman walk her path, and then
the wife can sanctify the.
Yeah, so I feel like I've been in a situation where, I went to church and I did my meditations and I did my studies and I did my prayers and stuff like that, and he kind of started doing it because I was doing it, and then he found his own walk. Does that make sense? So
I think that's cool. I feel like equally yoked doesn't start at the point of marriage. Equally yoked starts when you are actually getting down to the relationship to where y'all both can kind of walk. Because I need somebody that's gonna pray for me just like I pray for them.
Absolutely.
I need somebody
Indeed.
that in time of need where we both can sit down and pray for
Indeed.
different things, and I would respect her relationship with God if she's trying to go to greater lengths, because I have a respect for my own.
Sure.
So we both respect each other's relationship, but at the same time we still going on the same direction. We just going on different routes per se.
Indeed. I think
So-
it definitely strengthens a relationship
Yeah.
when you can speak into his life and when she can speak into yours.
Right.
It definitely does. And sometimes they don't even know you going to God for them,
Mhm.
or they going to God for you. You just see God's hands moving, and you're like, okay, prayer answered. So I think it's very important to be with someone who's on the same path as you. Now, again, the same level as you. It don't always work at that.
No, it ain't
not
always the same.
always doesn't work that way. And I think sometimes we tend to discard people, which I'm glad you didn't. But we usually tend to, if they're not on my level, we discard them. Help them get there.
Right.
Now it's on.
'Cause that's what we're
it's up
supposed
to
to
them
do
if
anyway.
they get there. It's up to them, and then now we got a different situation. But I would certainly say help them at least get there, especially if it's a desire.
And then you have, I'm always looking at the other side of. So then you have the ones who pretend the pretendation type of
you gonna make up
Christian.
a word?
The pretendation they go to Pretendation Baptist Emmanuel Tabernacle. They all members, and they all talk about each other, and they all pray for each other at the same time. So no, you can't profess to be about God, and then at the same time, you on this other stuff. No, you got to be what they say, for me or against me. That's God's word. So you can't be gossiping about Bonita and all of them, and and at the same time, well, God is this, and you can't be stealing, from your family members, and then acting like, well, God told me to tell you. No, He didn't tell you. No, matter of fact, keep that energy over there. I don't want you to profess to me. Matter of fact, because sometimes people always say they pray for you, PRAY, or they pray for you, PREY.
There's a lot of that going on.
Okay, we're gonna go to break. We're gonna take us a 15-minute break, and we will be back with our second topic of the night, which is what?
When a man knows within 6 months where he is going to go with a woman, is that possible?
6 months.
Within 6 months, is that possible?
I think it's possible.
I think it's possible. Okay, we'll see you guys in 15 minutes back with the full 180 crew.
Let's get it.
Y'all better do y'all thing.
High energy, full with the wisdom. of a rich man, knowledge in the rhythm. This is what I'm using to come up with a style, so I'll interact altogether better with the crowd. Nervous for a second and the record starts spinning, and I fall into the state of mind of what I've just created. Pumping like the doctor, D into the RE, suckers ready to leap up on the tip when we made it. Created so I'll never be regarded as a regular, more than just a little bit better than my competitor. You should never underestimate the fashion. I hope for the stage, whether I'm cooling or thrashing. Cracking the concoction created by me. When read, you read, E equals a D-O to the C. Knowledge and the talent that my mother had born to her equals an artist I won't be born. What is that, Dre?
It's the formula.
It's like a message that only I can understand, but those who wanna comprehend will again be in the midst of the brother. Unlike another in any way, cause Trey don't play, say what the others say. Originality is a must whenever I bust. The funky composition is crushed, and I trust that you know it when you hear a funky record with potential. Be getting hyped because Trey rocking the instrumental. Nothing like what you've heard before and more, nevertheless. See, I don't fess, I mean I'm like fresh if not the freshest. When I'm expressing my thoughts on Ronnie, you can help but listen up and get caught on hook, because I cook when I pick up a pen and begin in the end it's dope, that's cause I wanna win. Knowledge and the talent that my mother had born to her equals a duck, what is it, Dre?
Yo man, that's the formula.
Look a lot like wood, follow my every step. Take notes on how I crept, I was about to go in depth. This is the way I greet my season, here's my ghetto rep. I kept, to say the least, no, it can't cease. So I began to piece my two and two together. Got no snowy weather, have to find something to do better, bet. I said some time, so shut up that. Nonsense about some solid. I got sick crock, if it ain't real, ain't right. I'm like, no matter what the season, forever chill with you. I said I chill and got my reasons, so tell me what did you expect? You thought I'd break my neck to help y'all deck? Oh no, I got other means of celebrating. I'm getting blizzard at Hojo, I got the hoochie waiting. I made it through another year, can't ask for nothing much more. It's outcast for the books, I thought you knew, so now you know, let's go.
You know I do some things much different than I used to, cause I'm a player, doing what the players do. The package door is closed, okay my day is ruined, this is ridiculous. I'm getting serious, I'm getting curious, cause the house is smelling steak, the chitlins old as vicious. I make no wishes cause I'm mobbing folks in the back, getting tipsy off the noggin, heavily blizzard, don't die, y'all choke. They having a session in my backseat, they passing words and running verses cause it's in the air. I hit the parks, I hit the cuts, I'm hitting switches cause I'm switching from side to side, looking for snitches. I'm wide open on the freeway, my pager broke my vibe, cause a junkie is a junkie 365. It's just another day at work to meet the spirit, just ain't in me, grab my pencil and my, see what the junkies gotta give me, cause it's like that. Yeah, forever pimping, never slipping, that's how it is.
All the players came from far and wide, wearing afros and braids, picking up gangsta ride. Now I'm here to tell you, there's a better day, when the player ball is coming all day.
That's you with that big body Benz, huh? That's you that can't keep old lady cause you keep telling them friends, huh? You gotta go to court, huh? You got service subpoena for child support, huh? That was that nerve, huh? You ain't even get a chance to say a word, huh? I know I ain't tripping, don't your brother got them birds, huh? You ready to bust somebody's head, huh? You ain't scared, huh? You know how to play it, huh? I know you ain't gonna let somebody come and punk you, huh? Stand in front you, huh? Straight up run you, huh? You know who got that fight, huh? You know how to use a triple beam, huh? It ain't hard as it seems, huh? You keep your body clean, huh? You got a lot of your jeans, huh? Some of your body, huh? You don't really want to mess with them clowns, huh? You come up with them clowns, huh? You stuck with them clowns, huh? You a big chaser, you got your block on fire, you remain in the G. nothing out of something. You handle your biz and don't be crying in the something. You don't give a chance. You got your block on fire, you remain in the G until the moment you expire. You know what it is. You make nothing out of something. You handle your biz and don't be crying in the suffering. You can't do nothing but love fresh, huh? You won't know what we gon' do next, huh? You bought our tape with the check, huh? You wearing a vest, huh? You trying to protect your chest, huh? You spent 70 on your bins, huh? That ain't sure, that's for your friends, huh? You won't stop these heads from playing with you, huh? You won't run the block, huh? You won't be the last one with rocks, huh? You keep, huh? You count the money at the end of the night, huh? You on a 3-day flight, huh? You full of that diesel, huh? You ducking them people, huh? You the one face was on news last night, huh? You the one robbing the dude out their shoes last night, huh? You don't come in the project when it's dark, huh? You claim you're a thug and you ain't got no heart, huh? You came in the Norway on New Year's Eve, huh? You got stuck in there and you couldn't leave, huh? It was hard for you to breathe, huh?
Young dad struck a match and the match went out, but it wasn't no more lights in the house. Check it out. Speaking of houses, play your game, mother. Are you with it? I go get it, I bet you love it, baby. I play the daddy and you can play the mama, so we can get down upon the living room floor. Are you with it? I promise I won't kill it. Put the cat on the loose. What should I do? Should I kill it? Yeah.
See, back in the day when we used to play, you wanted to be with me.
That's right.
And now that it's so right and that you are out there, man, that I can see. I'm sticking in my background, taking up a hole for you to make your move. But no longer will I be your ego. Let's play high.
Let's play high.
Let's play high. Isn't that what you want me to do with you?
You play the mama, baby. I play the daddy. You play the mama and I play the daddy. You can play the mama and I be the daddy. And I be the daddy that runs the house. Straight up. I'm in the shack about to. Yeah, we grown all alone, posted up in the back, there's no mistaking. I can have the whole house shaking, young dads in that baby doll, no faking, don't get me wrong. Tell me what's the flavor of the song, you know it's dads in your when your mama ain't home. Ring the alarm, I got your buzz, loving me, physically and mentally, I knew that it was never meant to be.
I know you know this girl by the name of Danielle, body of a goddess, space from hell. But oh this wasn't the average trick. She got the bomb, and she like when the whole 9.5 for that black groupie. Now all the hoochies wanna do me from the past to the present. Say what? Let me rep and present the biggest hitting all the in your clique. Fast as lightning running through like the breeze in the summertime. Out on the corners making G's, it's the thirst. But I could show you something much worse than the thirst if worst came to worst. But first things first, Brenda, I can remember how hot y'all be getting 87, 86, and yeah, the year a young man grows. Some women become ladies, some turn into
We're here for a particular reason.
Time to put the kids to bed.
And that reason is
it's time for the full 180.
What's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We are back with the full 180 convo. There was a very interesting question posed before the break. And I don't know how I feel about it, but I would let Pastor Pretty Reggie pass on this question for us.
Well, it's two questions that's leading down two different directions. You know, well, the first one we was looking at, you know, and I want to kind of pose this, you know, does a man knows within 6 months where he wants to go with a woman? We'll talk about that, but as a man, I feel like my job as a man is to make sure that you don't need another man. You don't need another. You know, I want to make sure. I want to make sure that you don't have to, that you don't need to, that you are secure off in this here.
Well, if you do that in 6 months, I'm in.
You got a comment that says somebody doing 6 days.
All right, so we got a comment here that said he knows within 6 days. Oh. He knows within 6 days. I guess he knows. She knows within 6 days if she want to stick around or not.
My daddy told me
6 days
that a man sees a woman after he speaks to her, he knows exactly what he wants to do with her. Whether he want a wife or maybe. Well, let me say it the way he said it. If he want a 7-Eleven, the midnight thing.
The night train.
If he wants to make her a girlfriend with the potential of being a wife, all by her opening her mouth and the way she's dressed. That's what my daddy said.
Well, it's so crazy that I've heard more women say, how they know I don't know, but I've heard more women say a man knows what he wants within a certain amount of time. And I'm like, as a woman, you know that? Like, or did you hear from a man and you're passing it on?
I thought you was going a different direction with that. I thought you was saying a woman know what she gonna do.
No, ma'am.
Within 6 minutes.
I mean,
oh, ma'am.
That's a good question, though. Well, here's the thing. Well, look, does a woman know?
We do.
We
know
do
if
y'all
your
know?
potential.
We know exactly where we going.
I mean, for me, one is what time I meet you during the day. Let's talk about that.
What time you?
Because if
Please
you at the gas
unpack that
station
statement.
with me, and I'm an entrepreneur, so my times is different. If you at the gas station with me after 9, maybe 10, I'm trying to figure out what shift you work. Let's start there because you may not have a job. I mean, employment is employment. Secondly, is after you open your mouth. We gotta talk.
One thing I hate is the dudes that when you out somewhere and they say, "Where your man at?"
That's it.
First of all, why are you worried about where he is if you trying to be that man?
And guess what? He's in a car with his shotgun looking at you across the street.
Man,
That's where he
Let's see
is.
how much you want me if you gonna peep over there in that window or not.
I mean, I want to know. I mean, I want to know. I want to know. But I don't come at, I don't really do that. I don't really say, who you with? Well, I don't really.
I don't think that should be a question when you first meet somebody. I mean, I've had dudes. They have asked me, do you have somebody or you with somebody? I think before the conversation proceeds. I mean, that is. But I come back with, do you have a girlfriend or no, do you have a wife? I feel like as a girlfriend, you can be replaced at any time.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, why is it a job? Why is it a job?
I don't consider a relationship as a job. I think that was a word that was used out of context to steer up some conversation.
But isn't...
I think it's putting in work, though. You have to put in work.
But I think it's so funny because I was having a conversation earlier about this very question that was asked, and I think the word job was used because they're saying your side chick. Like, I watch Cheaters, and on Cheaters, when they get busted, what does the side dude and the side chick always say? If you had been doing your job, he wouldn't be over here. She wouldn't be over here.
Right.
So a lot of people use the word job for many reasons. Me, I don't think it should be a job, but I think whoever wrote it just used the word incorrectly.
Now,
I mean, I don't feel like I'm in a occupation with you.
Right.
We're not in an occupation. I got a 9 to 5 and that's it. You're not my 9 to 5. That's pretty much what that is.
I think that even when people talk about like kids, I left my first job, now I'm going to my second job. Like, is it really like a
It's
job?
work.
It's work,
Yeah.
but I think you have to distinguish what the job is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you are putting in your time, you're putting something into it, you're getting something out of it. So, I guess people, or they referring to it like a paycheck.
I mean, just
But
think about it.
It shouldn't be like that. It's just you getting to know that person. You getting to grow with that person. It's not. It shouldn't be no job.
Sure. Yeah,
It's
because
when
I
y'all
don't.
got that connection. Y'all supposed to have that. If y'all gonna have a connection, y'all gonna have that connection. Should be no job. Y'all building each other up.
Sure, because I don't want to work.
To each other.
I mean, how about we change the word from job to role?
To roll.
That's my role is to make sure A, B, and C.
But what is so? How do you define the role? Because even in a job, there's a job description.
Yeah.
So their role. How do you define the role? Am I sitting down giving you a list of things that are my requirements of you as a man, or should you already know what to do for me?
I wouldn't say I shouldn't already do, because I'm taking time to know
Right.
you. You know, and once I find out, you know, what your interests are, you know, and what are your dreams, because I'm asking these.
So we on an interview.
No, it's
I mean, but it's
not necessarily an interview, but at the same time, I mean, I do want to ask, you know, well, it's just like, you know, you want to ask probing questions. You know, I just want to get a some type of connectivity with you, so I'm asking questions to make sure I know how to reciprocate what you need.
Because there's just some basic things you just do as a man and a woman. There's just basic things. I mean, just a woman, you know, the way she carries herself.
Everybody don't have home training.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So somebody had to have some basic skills of being an adult. You know what I mean? And then if you're looking for a relationship, you should have some type of idea of what you're looking for. You can't just be I hate when people say, oh, I'm just trying to see how it goes or see what's out there and all that. You got to have some kind of focal point. Okay, I'm looking for a wife or a husband. I'm looking for someone to just knock down for tonight or a couple of nights. I'm looking for a friend with benefits or whatever. You got to know the direction you're headed in, so that you won't mislead somebody else. Give somebody else the opportunity to decide if they want to go forward with whatever it is you're looking for.
Well, I think that's where the whole job thing come in. I think I was trying to use the word job and role. It's pretty much the same. Even in a relationship, just like a job, we interview. You have candidates. You pick those candidates, you interview them, you go on dates. You have requirements. You have a job description at work. You have requirements in a relationship. So the word job really coincides with the same thing in a relationship.
Well, I'll say for me, I don't want to go to work from 8 to 5 and then come home and feel like I'm working in my relationship from 8 to 5.
Oh, I totally get it.
That's it.
Like, I need to be able to come home and get about this politically correct brassiere and go on and stretch on out. You understand what I'm saying? I can't do that at job.
I can't take all his face off.
I can't just do that at my
braids back, let your toes breathe.
You know what I'm saying? Pop these lashes off and go on and never do what it do. I have to be comfortable in my home. It's my solitude. It's my refuge. And if I have to come in and be
under scrutiny
like that, because I'm a supervisor at my job, I got to deal with who I got to deal with. Oh, Lord Jesus. So when I get home, I don't want to
deal with that.
You know, and let's talk to the people who actually are in relationships to where they feel like they have to go to their job to leave to be away from home. You know, because they got so much drama at the house. They like, man, I'd rather be at the job, and that ain't even, that's not the right relationship.
No,
you need to be up out of there. If you feel like your 9 to 5 is better than your bed at the house or your actual what you pay rent for, your threshold, like that's not the place to be.
Yeah.
Or you find other things to do when you get off work. Like, I ain't finna go to the house. I don't want to go to the house right now.
That's all. And you got to play sports. You got to play basketball. You got to be in some leagues. You know.
Yes.
Right. So all you gonna do is come in, take a shower, and go to bed.
Yes, indeed.
You go to Walmart.
So let's say you're out in the field to date. Do you disclose the fact that you're dating, like as far as you're going out with different people? Because you talked about the candidates.
Most definitely, because don't take my choice away. So I don't want you to sit here and think that you're the only one. And I think that's misleading to most people, because when you start going on multiple dates, most people feel like they're in a relationship if you go on 2 dates. And Lord forbid if you run into the mama at the store and I introduce you to my mama, now we really in a relationship. So let me go ahead and put this out on the table. There's other people. Once we get to that question, are we exclusive? Then I think that's when you go into the, okay, there's nobody else. But if most people are honest when they're first dating, I think it would help a lot of relationship and kill a lot of drama.
I want to hear from the men though. How y'all feel about a woman telling you, "Hey, I'm dating multiple people. I haven't figured out if I wanted to be exclusive or not."
Cool. Me too.
Yes, indeed.
Friend zone. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay,
that.
but what
Me
category does that put you in?
Now, I ain't say you was having sex with a whole bunch of people.
Right.
Not necessarily. Now, if you're doing it, put it out on the table and let you know. Protect yourself.
That's not any of your business.
Yeah, that ain't
but that's something later down the road to talk about. But how do y'all view us when we say that? I mean, you saying okay, that's fine. But if I don't answer the phone,
friend zone.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
the thing.
You gonna be in that friend zone until
you can be in a. I'm sorry, go
until it comes to a point where y'all having a discussion. But okay, well, hey, I really want to see where it's gonna go. I'm finna leave everybody else alone. I'm gonna concentrate on you. That's where you had that conversation. You gotta communicate. If you don't communicate about it, you ain't gonna get nothing.
And if it's a part to where you are really truly interested in me, it's time I'm gonna tell. You know, you gonna find yourself spending more time with me, calling me more, texting me more, and I'm gonna see it. You know, it's like, hey, what you doing? You know, what you doing? I don't always have to really try to reach out to you all the time. You're gonna be reaching out to me more, so that's actually showing me, okay, well, this person is really truly interested. So she not, Mrs. Will Chamberlain no more. So she basically, putting all the men away, and she's concentrating on me.
Sure. So, did he say Will Chamberlain?
Mrs. 100. Mrs. 100. Knock it out the park.
I'm not.
Yes, sir.
Well, here's the thing. So it was funny that you kind of hinted on that. So how much dating is too much dating? Because sometimes some people just really need to be by themselves for a minute. Mm-hmm. So how much dating is too much dating? Is it a such thing?
What you mean as far as the time?
Yeah, I mean, like you say, you just not one. I mean, where you just continue like, okay, I'm with somebody and that didn't work. Next month I'm with somebody and that didn't work. Next few months I'm with somebody. Well, all these times that you're trying to figure out yourself with somebody else, you probably needed to be by yourself to figure your own self out by yourself.
But a lot of people don't take that road of loneliness, I call it, or being exclusive to their self because they don't like to be alone. If we take that time, I think it'll help us along with other relationships.
I agree.
Cool deal. Well, all right, y'all. We're going to take just a quick break. We're going to be right back. You are listening to the Full 180.
Poppy screaming out of their mouth. Bombshell, just a second, mommy, wanna speak out. What I need in my life, make the body freak out. Baby seem like the type, married, sneak out. Like I'm balling, y'all. Guess I be appalling, y'all. Type, hold it down, wanting all of y'all. Calling y'all, never chasing me down. 3 weeks, heartbroken, guess you hating me now. She speaks, soft spoken till she dating the clown. I'm taking them down, reel them in and making them drown. Mistake, I said give me, but I'm taking it now. What I need from a negative in the sound. Audacity, even asking me for I laugh, this is fast and free. Swatting them off when I see this is a flea. Plotting of calls for riches, millionaire wannabe.
What y'all want? What we want, why?
Can't touch.
On y'all needs what we need in our lives.
Right here with me. Sound y'all wanna hear.
Who that? Who that?
Swiss beats. I'm the one to fear.
Made up these drop beamers in 300 years. Destiny is reaching it. Everybody's looking for something. Street dreams are made up these. On their knees for players with big G's. Who am I to disagree?
for Delaware with one change of gear. Nothing on my mind but the dime sack we blaze with the glaze in my eye that we find when we crave dollars and cents. A fugitive with 2 attempts. Jake's had no trace of the face. Now they drew a print. Though I'm innocent to proving guilty, I'ma try to get filthy. Purchase a club and start up a realty. For real, G, I'ma fulfill my dream. If I conceal my scheme, then precisely I build my cream. The first trip without the click, sent the with the quarter brick. This is it. Fresh face, NY place, got a crooked eye for the jakes. I want it all, armor on bins and endless papes. God's sake, what gotta do to make a $500,000 without the FBI catching feelings? Street dreams all made of these. Drop dealers at 300. A drug dealer's destiny is reaching it. Everybody's looking for something. Street dreams all made of these. Shorties on their knees for players with big G's. Who am I to disagree? Everybody's looking for something.
Now everybody wants to know the truth about a brother named Quick. I come from the school of the sly, wicked, and the slick. A lot of people already know exactly where it's at, 'cause it's the home of the jackets and the cracks. Yep, that's the name of my hometown. I'm going down in the town where my name is all around. The suckers just be having a fit, and that's a pity. But I ain't doing nothing but see my lyrics, I'm doubling up, improving the suckers that I can throw. I'm passing a natural 10 or 4 or 6 or 8 before I go. Yes, I'm definitely freestyling, all the while still profiling. Never tricks the DJ Quick that steals the show. So, if that's how I'm living, I do as I please, you see. A young brother that's up on reality, 'cause everybody knows you have to be stumping if you're born and raised in Compton. Born and raised. Born and raised. Born and raised. Born and raised. Born and raised in Compton. Born and raised. Born and raised. Rastafari, son of a one, and then comes the 2 to the 3 and 4. Then I drop the beat I have in store. Lay the lyrics on the top like a rug. Make it sound smooth and later make a dub. Enunciate.
official.
1, 2,
it's
3.
official.
We're here for a particular reason.
Time to put the kids to bed.
And that reason is
It's time for the full 180.
Welcome back, y'all. You are with the full 180. We appreciate y'all for listening. Hey, we had just a real quick situation going on. We got Dr. Bree had something to say. You know, she had something interesting on her mind, something that was really deep in her spirits. So what you had to say?
Come on,
Dr.
spirits.
Come on, man. So we were talking about this.
Let the church say amen.
Amen.
So y'all were talking about how a man usually knows what direction he wants to go into with a woman within 6 months. But what if this woman wants to be celibate, not celibate, but she wants to be celibate for 6 months, maybe a year, maybe till marriage? How do y'all feel about that?
Who is she and why?
Men. Lisa, let the men's answer.
Okay.
We're going to go on a quick break now, man.
Look, you gotta go pee. You gotta go pee.
I gotta pee. I mean, you know, if that was something directed towards me, I would have to respect it, you know, because again, you know, we are still working on mental stimulation. Now, you know, when that 6 months come, you know, it might have to, you know, have to pop a balloon here and there, you know, but have to work it out, have to work myself out in more ways than one, you know, have to kind of put a rubber band on my wrist or something. But I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
Like, Uncle Charles.
I agree because if you really into that person, y'all had a conversation and y'all really connecting, that's the main thing about it. So I would respect it because I respect her more by her even coming out even saying it. Being honest, being front, upfront with it.
Cause some of y'all like that competition, like it's a game. Like, ooh, I'm gonna try to get her to break that. She ain't had none in a long time. It's on.
Competition me.
Right. That's where we come in and we stimulate your mind to get you to that situation.
But I'm with you, bro. He come in all glistening, all
I was just about to say, ladies,
smell it all good.
Smelling like it's jockey.
Done brought my favorite bag of chips. There you
open doors, buying chips, running your bath water, giving you massage when you come home from work.
Rubbing your toes.
Those things are stimulating. Will stimulate that mind. You're like, okay, I think I'm into him. You never know. He might come home with that day. You might be ready.
Come on, Uncle Charles.
Like I'm ready.
Yeah, because I know we were talking about living together and not doing it. I'm
not doing that.
We're not gonna go back to that conversation. But I'm just gonna say this: you not finna walk around, water glistening all over your body, and I ain't finna try to get it. I'm just saying.
Okay. I mean, so here's the reversal. So what if a man says, you know what? and
where's my face at? Where's that picture?
You know, look,
show that picture.
You know what? I've been thinking, and I want us to take our time and manifest ourselves in the waters of Lake Tinnetonka, and make sure that we are pure for ourselves and everyone else.
Don't rub my feet.
Don't touch me. Don't bring me no Fritos. Don't bring me no Gatorade.
Not, but on a serious note, I think that it just depends on if the mental stimulation is there. I personally wouldn't mind the build up, even being sexually active. There are certain things that I won't do for a long time, or I won't let happen for a long time, so that when it does happen, it's like a new experience.
I would appreciate it, honestly. I won't say it would be easy, but I would definitely appreciate it. For a man to look at you and only want you outside of what he can get sexually is such a turn on. So you almost would have to fight to not give him none because he ain't trying to get none. So that would even be more sexy. Absolutely.
But you better believe when it comes down to that place. Don't tell me you got no headache.
Y'all need to go ahead and just pull my picture out and it'll tell y'all my answer. Let me say.
Look. So I got a special word for y'all as I go off into my altar and pulpit.
Come on, Pastor.
The thing that you have to understand that everyone is not your assignment. That's why you feel drained all the time.
Oh, wow.
Everyone is not your assignment. That's why you feel drained. So a lot of times you have to watch who you are connected with, because a lot of times when you who you are connected with is where you would be. Who you are connected with is where you would be. Because you have a lot of times you can't hang around blackbirds and pigeons and expect to be an eagle.
That's good stuff.
So you got to surround myself around the right people, and I eventually will do the right things. So when you look at Nipsey Hussle said it best. He said, if you look at the people in your circle and you don't get inspired, you don't have a circle, you have a cage.
All right, Pastor.
This is my word for the day.
Good word. Good word. Good word. Govern yourselves
accordingly.
All right, y'all. So we getting ready to wrap up, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to the full 180. We are here every Monday and Wednesday. We breaking it to you at 9:00. We want to make sure y'all tune in, share this thing, tell the people, tell the masses. I mean, there's no point in keeping it to yourself. This is good information. This is something that can help you. This is somebody that can help other people. It can help the masses. It can help everybody else. So we want to make sure y'all share. And so right now we want to turn it over to the last word. I already said my last word, so we want to pass it over to the last word. We're going to look at Dr. Bree. Go ahead and give us your last word for the night.
Oh man, y'all already know that I am very thankful to be here with y'all. This is fun. This is therapeutic. It's always an escape. I love my circle. This is not my cage. This is my circle. I love y'all. I just pray that times get better. Y'all listeners, come see me out at the Bougie Britches pop-up shop on Saturday. I'll be there from 12 to 6. That's it. Love y'all.
First lady.
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in, being willing participants to even listen to the show. I am grateful for all of the cast members. I'm grateful for my Lord and Savior. He is just awesome and amazing, and the fact that he keeps giving me breath is amazing to me. I love him so much. I love my kiddos, my family. I just want to inspire everybody to keep growing, keep glowing, and put God first.
Amen, amen. Watch your connections. We got L Boogie to the right of me.
Well, first of all, I forgot to pay the bills today, so I got to give a shout out to Mo Music, Mo Radio, where our goal is to motivate and move the masses with music. So, with that being said, I want to challenge everyone this week to drink some H2O. I don't believe we put enough water into our bodies, and it does help with releasing toxins from our body, clearing our mind, skin, hair, nails, all these things we go pay for. If we put more into our body that is more nurturing, it will cut out on the $180 nails and $200 hairstyles because our hair will grow. It'll be beautiful. Our skin will be beautiful. So I challenge everyone this week to drink 64 ounces of water a day. That
Pray
is
for
2
me,
liters. 2 liters. Drink 2 liters of water. I don't know if you guys can see me, but this is 2 liters right here. So if you can drink 1 of these a day, you're doing good.
Oh, that's
I
possible.
drink 4. Y'all can drink 1.
Oh, so
Let's start out.
you about to be Rapunzel in a minute.
Baby, what? The menopause. So, I want to thank God. I want to thank everybody. Again, the full 180 family, thank y'all so much. Y'all feed so much into me. I have come back on the air full of energy, full of life, because God has given me another chance again today. And I said I was going to fulfill life to its fullest until he's ready for me to come up through the pearly gates. He's not ready for me yet. Let's just say that. I'm not ready to go to heaven yet. So.
And we turn it over to the Russell Simmons of the group, DJ Legends.
Yes, indeed. But thank everybody for listening. Great show. Everybody did a great job today. Again, when y'all trying to find somebody, stimulate their mind. Make sure y'all have a good connection. You know, sex is easy. That come easy.
Indeed.
So, just want to let y'all know, hey, just think about it. Again, keep God first. Good night. We'll see y'all Monday.
Let's get it. Full 180. See y'all next time.
Try Jesus, not me. 'Cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, please don't try me. Because I'm fine. I know what he said about getting slapped. But if you touch me or mine, we gon' have to scrap. So, try Jesus, please don't try me. Because I'm fine. I have no problem laying these hands. Try Jesus, don't try me. 'Cause I throw hands. Try Jesus,
don't try me, because I'm fine. Oh, you said, turn the other cheek. Oh, but this one part of the Bible that just don't sit right with me. So try Jesus, please don't try me, 'cause I find I have no problem